It is rant week. And some of you may know, some of you may not know, but I have rage issues. I've got all sorts of rage. Really. I can rant about lots of different things, but today I'm gonna rant about movie theaters. Not the theater itself, but the people in the theaters. I don't know what it is about going to the movies that people feel like maybe they're at home. I don't know. They feel like, oh, I can just talk through the movie. Like I'm at home, no big deal. No, it is a big deal. If you want to talk while you're watching the movie, rent it. Watch it at home. Really. Nobody wants to hear your opinion about the movie. Nobody wants to hear your opinion on what the actor or actress looks like. We don't care. We're going to see the movie, not to listen to you. I think when the lights go down, stop talking. No more talking unless you're physically ill and you need some assistance. I have a really good friend that I have banned going to the movies with. And because she can't stop talking. She wants to know what's going to happen next. She wants to know, the scary part is coming. She wants to know every little detail. I'm like, I haven't seen the movie either. And we went to see a movie once. And after the movie was over, I said, I'm never going to the movies with you again. And she said, why not? I said, because you talk during the movie and that's not okay. And I'm not going to talk back to you in the movie theater because that goes against everything I believe in about going to the movies, that you should shut up. I'm not going to do it. And she kind of got mad at me that I wasn't responding to her in the movie. I'm like, I'm not engaging in a conversation with you. I'm not. I haven't seen the movie either. I can't tell you if a scary part is coming or so-and-so is going to die or whatever. I don't know. Shut up. I think one of my worst movie experiences was City Slickers. I went with a bunch of people. It was opening weekend. It was really crowded because, I'd gotten great reviews or whatever. It was a very popular movie. The problem wasn't with the group of people I went with that were to my right. It was the 3 Asian people to my left. And I say 3 Asian people because 2 of them didn't speak English. And the 3rd one spent the entire movie translating it. The 2 others wanted to see the movie and enjoy that, and that's fine. But if you're gonna go and you're gonna have to translate a movie for someone, go on a really weird time. Maybe wait until the movie's been out for a while and it's not so crowded where you can translate and not disrupt people. And I did the lean in first and, I hear you talking. Please stop, look. I guess they weren't familiar with the look. Obviously, and they wanted to continue enjoying the movie. And when the theater would laugh, of course they were really wanting to know what was going on, what was so funny. And so the guy would, tell the 2 women that were with him, and they would laugh. And then I would end up missing sort of the next joke because he was busy translating and I was busy fuming. So, it was awful. And I finally said something. I said, can you please keep it down? Or I tried to be nice. I really try to be nice when I'm talking to someone. And they were like, whatever. I'm glad I didn't have anything sharp on me. It was awful. And of course my friends were like, it's the best movie ever. We enjoyed it. Lots of fun, blah. I'm like, it was not fun for me at all. Not even a little bit. Another type of people that really grate on my nerves are the people that talk in the theater and they just don't care that they're talking and they could be heard by other people. And I got stuck in front of a couple who chit-chatted all the way through, and I did the, kind of glance, making a little, visual contact that I am no longer engaged in the movie because I hear you flapping your lips back there. Look. And they would look at me and, kind of keep it down for a bit, and then they'd start talking again. And it kept going, and I finally turned around and said, could you please stop talking? And as I turned around, then I had to hear for the next 5 minutes or so about how rude I was for telling them to be quiet. And of course that didn't stop them talking one bit. I mean, once they got through with the, oh my God, how rude was that? So rude, blah, 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 you know. They kept talking. I finally stood up and I said, I can't take this talking anymore. And I got up and I moved and left my friends sitting there. I can't deal with the talking. And I was loud, and they were just like, pfft. And when the movie was over, I had to walk past them because they were sort of standing in the doorway. And as I walked by, the lady's like, you were so rude. I'm like, I'm rude? And I just was boiling at that point. I'm like, I was not the one talking through the entire movie, you were. And it really, I could just feel myself, the rage just building and building. I was so angry. And I'm not proud of how angry I get so quickly, but it is what it is. It was all I could do not to stand there and verbally assault them. I physically just had to turn and walk away. And as I turned and walked away, as the woman was talking to me, and of course I did hear, how rude was that? You know, I can't deal with you, or I will bite your head off. Okay, I gotta go calm down now. I'm all worked up. Okay. That's my rant for the week.